Hey everybody, welcome to the RI Opinion. Let's see, this is my third go about trying to do this blog. I want to just give a shout out to my Rating 235 class. This is for you guys. I'm going to be talking today about the Oakland Raiders and the state of their franchise. When you're talking about the Oakland Raiders, you need to really know two things about them. And they both truly interlock with one another. They, one, have a problem with quarterbacks. They've had I believe, seven different starters in the past 4 years. That include Mark Tuisasapo, Jason Campbell, Carson Palmer, Matt Flynn, Terrell Pryor, who is currently the starting quarterback right now, as we speak. Also, you need to know, second, that it's been since the Oakland Raiders went to the Super Bowl in, I believe it was 2002. Actually, I know because there's the team that beat them, Tampa Bay. They've had, for the past 11 seasons, they've had, I believe, either 7 or 8 different head coaches. Now, I'm going to start off with the quarterbacks. They're currently 2-3 at the moment. I think that Terrell Pryor is gonna be the best that they're gonna have for a while, unless they draft one again. And if you guys recall, they haven't been very successful in drafting quarterbacks this year. They drafted Zach Wilson out of Arkansas, I believe it was, in the 4th or 5th round. No, his name's Tyler Wilson, not Zach. It's Tyler Wilson. They cut him before the season started. They traded for Matt Flynn this past season. They cut him 5 weeks into the season. And they currently are starting Terrell Pryor, who actually has the team very hopeful. The most hope that I think I've ever seen in an Oakland Raiders team since that Super Bowl team. The coach is actually doing a pretty good job. I mean, he has the Raiders in games. This isn't your typical Raiders team where you expect to beat them by 41, and if you only win by 20, it's an outrage. No, you have a legitimate coach. I don't know. Do I think they're legit? I think they are. Do I see them winning 9 games this year? Absolutely not. My original expectations were, I thought they were going to be blown out of the water this season. And honestly, I wrote my on my ideas board. I didn't have Oakland go. I believe I had Oakland going 3-13 this season. I had them going 3-13 this season. Instead, I can actually see them being as where the Panthers were when they drafted Cam Newton. I can see them going 6-10 this season. The other players on the franchise, they have pieces, and they do have superstars. Darren McFadden, I haven't given up on him just yet. I think Darren McFadden has some good. He has legs under him still. Charles Woodson, the same thing. Even though he's 40 now or something, he can still ball like some of these guys can't. Thinking about the positions, the secondary is obviously the strength of their defense after they unloaded a lot of people within the past couple of years. I know Seymour was the face of the defensive line, as well as Tommy Kelly. Neither of them are back this season. I don't know, and to be honest, I really don't know anybody that's on the Raiders. Off the top of my head, I don't know anybody that's on the Raiders line, offensive or defensive, so I mean, kind of got to watch out for there, which might be a reason why they have Terrell Pryor starting in the first place, because they need a mobile quarterback to avoid pressure, because the offensive line can't block for him. The linebackers, I really don't see. I mean, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head up for the linebackers either. I mean, that's your typical Oakland team. You really can't name people on this squad. I mean, the secondaries looked pretty good. They have a couple They drafted the dude with the heart problem from Houston in the first round. I saw that he got an interception this past week. Hayden is his last name. On the other side, I think